Oh my God, are people seeing me? Do people know where I am? Oh, oh. Mm, I'm gonna let the beat build, and then I'm gonna step in. Hey, Azaleas. Hey, everyone. Hey, lovely Roy. You know, I hate when I go to touch these icons and they don't. You were watching the Peacock documentary. Hmm. Yeah, that's something to see. Some parts of it are really good. Some parts, oh no. Hey, Lauren. You know, when I think back to this moment, just a couple weeks after Diddy got arrested, and I had just done the Sheen Magazine Awards. It's funny. They told us they was going to send us footage from the performance. That never happened. But a lot of things don't happen when it comes to dealing with what I know to be the Schluminati. I'm not going to be doing a whole bunch of talking about this tonight. I'm going to talk about it, but I'm going to be going in depth. I really wanted everyone to have at least 24 to 48 hours to look at to look at the documents. I shouldn't be muted. Why would I be muted? My mute button isn't on. No one can hear me. Welcome to the family. Welcome to Jag Nation, as I see it. Mm. You know, it's weird when you read a lawsuit coming from someone who you've never met, and yet everything that's said in it sounds like they're talking about your life. When a stranger starts telling your story, mm, I do not know. Deore Hadley, I don't. Oh, but my God, do I know her pain? Oh, I know. When I was sitting there, if it was cringe for y'all, imagine how cringe it was for me. Honestly, I should have been asleep hours or so ago. Her case, When I first heard it, I'm not gonna lie, it sent shockwaves through me. Three emotions happened at the same time. My heart went out to her. I totally empathized with what she was saying because all of it had happened to me. You would think, as explosive as this information is, that there would be more people talking about it. You know who really should have been talking about it? You know who should have broke this story? TMZ. Why didn't TMZ do anything on this story? I mean, they were able to get that awful footage of Tory, right? They were able to get that to make sure the world could see it, just like they made sure that the world saw Nipsey get popped in the head. 333. You know, it's funny. Harvey Littlehands, he always seems to be focused on the wrong thing. Loud. But this young woman, she's been in love with the same man for a long time. She loved him so much, she married him. High school sweethearts, I believe. Or maybe Harvey just didn't have the time to look into it because they're too busy trying to disrupt and lie to the public about the Diddy trial. Please, prayers for this young woman. The part where it accelerated for me emotionally, though, was when it started talking about her involuntary commitments to hospitals, where people who are supposed to be credible doctors kept her against her will for days, insisting that because a bunch of liars said she was on drugs, that they just took the word for the liars. They didn't even bother to test her themselves. They just, this is a doctor. This bozo bum, this bobbler bozo, he's a doctor. Hippocratic oath, it states, first do no harm. If you're keeping somebody against their will, if you're accusing them and treating them for doing things that they've never done, for problems and issues that they've never had, and nobody that has any real access in their life can corroborate that. Like, who would know her better than her husband? But then again, he was just like, got that, right? Because that's what Desiree Perez said about her son-in-law, who's been with her daughter since they was kids, and apparently has just been a loving, devoted husband. You know, it's weird. You can always tell when people are filled with the devil because when they run into real love, they want to do everything they can do to prove that it's not. See, people that don't believe in real love need to constantly test it, challenge it, create obstacles. But see, if the love is real, it just makes them grow stronger. It places a value in that love It might have taken a lot longer to get there. You know, I always used to tell people when they would say, "Oh my God, you need to break them up. You need to break them up. We need to break them up. Oh, this is going to be a disaster." I would always say, if you really want it to end, mind your business. Real life works. Let it. Stop running over to that girl, telling that girl everything that boy do. Because if she decides to stay and it should work out, you're the asshole. Let it do what it do. Before you know it, family reunion next year, block party, Mother's Day brunch, they won't be there. That usually goes like that. That's why I really didn't like bringing people home. Truth is, I knew most people wasn't going to stay around. What's the point? But when you have a committed and a devoted couple, and just because this is like my late night true confessional, don't mean you don't need to like it. Hit the like, double tap the screen. But seriously, I mean, you act like I'm sitting here, a middle-aged woman, twerking with my ass hanging out in the middle of the night. That's not what I'm doing. I'm sitting here having real talk with you. Hit the like button. And please, don't make too much out of that. I say stuff like that all the time. If you really want to see what a relationship's going to do, leave it alone. Mind your business. Life will show you. The problem with most of us, especially here in America, we got a patience problem. We think everything is supposed to be like McDonald's. Salute, Lauren. We think everything is supposed to come microwave fast. Even life. I guess that's why so many people die so young. Right? Everything's supposed to go like this. Happen when you want it. Do what you like, yeah. Hey, cat. But see, when love is real, if it is challenged, it will stand. I think that's the best part of her story that I've heard so far. Elena, you're a member. Welcome. I think the novel. Yeah, people write a lot of books. Do people read them? Fabulous. I told you you could do it through Android. iPhone, they be hating. I don't know why. Android or laptop. I don't know why people still don't have Androids. Like 4G is what's up. Because if something happens to this system, and I don't know, they say Anonymous is brewing up something anonymous in 38 days. Who knows what's going to happen next? But, well, we're happy you're here. Welcome to the family, officially. No, but seriously, everybody want everything so fast. It's just like with this damn trial. Why can't y'all be patient? I've been. Why can't y'all just wait and let the victims talk? Something they've never been able to do until this point. Some of them might have wanted to do this for many years and they finally got the opportunity. And everybody wants to rush through it and rush through it and rush through it and skip to the end, skip to the end. Why y'all always want to skip over people's pain? You like watching the bad thing happen. You don't mind seeing the suffering. But you always gotta jump so quick, you know? always got to jump so quick to get to the end. Show a little patience. You know, it's so funny. We had like sayings that we call like in the nick of time. It happened in the nick of time. Thanks for the 100 likes. We could use 200 more. Tap that screen. We call it the nick of time. It showed up at the 11th hour. Like we're retarded. We're delayed. Like for real. You think that thing that moves on the wall is real? It's not real. And whatever real it's supposed to be, it's nowhere near it. Because the only time that actually matters is God's time. Patience is a virtue. I've grown old enough and wise enough to learn how to possess it. Do the same. Do the same. My cousin Les, when we were young in our 20s, she used to say, patience is a virtue I haven't learned to possess. Time taught us both better. God's time, not your time, not the time we want, not the time they said. God's time. Nothing showed up at the nick of anything. Nothing showed up at the 11th hour. It didn't just, oh, come out of nowhere. No. God had a plan. Ain't we cocky? We so cocky. We think that God's plan is supposed to work on our time schedule. He's God. He's the boss. I mean, most of you have jobs or have had a job or have had a boss or a principal or something like that. When does anybody trip about the principal coming to school late? When? Like all of us gotta be there at the bell. Like all of us gotta be there on time because we're the students or the employees. We're the lesser on the totem pole. Shoot. If the principal don't show up until 2 o'clock and leave at the bell, what they gonna say? Nothing. But you better keep doing your jobs because he's evaluating you, say, whether he's there on time or not. It's just wild. It's wild to me. I listened to this young woman's story today, and it was my life. I'm going to take a second to be petty. I'm very rarely petty. So many people get to be petty all the time, and I don't. Her name is Deore Hadley. Say her name. Let me be petty. There's this guy, calls himself a content creator, supposed to be some kind of social activist, some kind of whistleblower. I've always had my doubts. My doubts became even stronger after there was an incident where he got pow-powed at some projects when he was out in the street trying to look like a whistleblowing advocate. And, you know, he just, he just, and I was decent to him. I was kind to him. I've always been kind of iffy about his campaign, but, you know, who knows? But today, I saw, and let me say, shout out to Hassan Campbell. This live's for you. Well, not for you, but I think it inspired, or it was an ignition point for me to hit this button at this time tonight. You know, Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Hassan. I get pow for sympathy and clicks and views. This guy. I know those likes is looking a little fishy, ain't they? A little fishy. But seriously, let's be clear. Let's be clear on a few things. Hassan Campbell is probably, I don't know. You know what? I ain't even gonna give it that because he don't even deserve that. There's enough air in him. Let's not put that much more around him, but he had the audacity to begin talking about Deore's case. And before he gets into the spiel of it all, he has to drop my name first. In a negative, of course. If you want to see it, go on ahead, go see it. I'm not going to bother with the verbatims, but he pretty much tried to say that after reading this case, now, even if he hears a lie or what he thinks is a lie, he's going to believe it. And he said my name before it. So, let me say this to you, Hassan. As you went on in your commentary, you began to say after you read the case and you saw that it was real and was verified. It was on the news, for Christ's sake, down there in Florida. You said you didn't want to believe that Rock Nation was a demon or pit. You didn't want to believe it. But after hearing this, how can you not? You have to believe everything, right? It's funny because I've said it all. I've been saying it. And the year that I finally decided to speak out against Mr. Carter and Rock Nation Demon Horde, everything that happened in Deore's life happened in mine. Those aren't lies, those are facts. I was hospitalized twice against my will, double stuck with Howl Dog, gave me gasoline. They put enough stuff in me to put down an elephant. And I was still doing push ups till I passed out. You know, I was double stuck based off of YouTube liars and frauds. YouTubers who called police stations, YouTubers who made false reports, YouTubers who were AIing and handcrafting receipts and AIing photos, trying to make me look like some demented person. And then they had help. They had Joe Lahoskin Johnson Jr., my second ex-husband, who agreed with everything that the YouTuber said about me, confirmed it, and said that as my husband and next of kin, I was out of my mind and I was on drugs. Yet nothing was found in any of my tox screens other than THC. A police officer actually wrote down on a police report that I was on Molly. Do it. And the hospital found that when they went through my tox screens. Both hospitals. And I still had to prove my innocence, my sanity, right? Because I was supposed to be schizophrenic. I was lying, right? I was telling lies on Rock Nation, right? I was making up stories about Diddy and Jay-Z. And I had lost my mind. So everything that I said couldn't be taken seriously, right? Then I was jailed for reporting alleged cartel involvement with the DeSoto Police Department. It's funny, some of the evidence that I have against them is still sitting in an evidence locker in the DeSoto Police Station. They were stupid enough to pick my phone up and go live, trying to delete evidence in my timeline. And they got busted because I got my other phone the second that I booked out. And I went live and told everybody that it wasn't me. I told them all to report the video. They some stupid peckerwoods. They didn't know I had more than one phone. There was an entire network of liars entrenched around me, and a willing participant, Judas' husband, who wanted to go along with it because he wanted to be special and get a truck and make his mama proud. Funny thing is, it's everything that happened to Deore. It was worse for me. She didn't get beat down. She didn't get her ribs bruised. She didn't get SA'd. She didn't get body slammed multiple occasions. She didn't go through any of that. And I guess that's because she was family. If that's how they do family, what do you think they'll do to their enemies? That this is her daughter. This is the CEO of Rock Nation's daughter. And she said, if you don't leave that ninja, I'm a I'm a Baker Act you. Like she said it like slang, like she said it like I'm a Tyson you. You know what I mean? Like she she said it like that. I'm a Baker Act you. See, in Texas, it's I'm a white warrant you. In Philly, it's I'm a 302 you. Yeah. Huge gaslighting campaigns. And no different than Deore. Where were the people that were supposed to be there to help me? Oh, thank you, LA Chick. Thank you, Alina. Everyone, all of that stuff I had documented on my older YouTube pages that were deleted by another YouTuber. who's named Joshua, who apparently has the keys to cyber hell. And they were just letting her run around, just delete anybody's channel, delete all that evidence. Oh, Rodney Earl. I curse your semen and your balls. Even in your death, sir. I curse them. You gave birth to you helped create a real piece of work. Mm, wow. The things that people are allowed to get away with for something as mundane as money. They pay doctors, they pay lawyers, they pay prosecutors, they pay husbands, they pay wives, children. I wonder how much they paid Monique's son to turn on her. He's apologized now. And there are still content creators like Tough News, Mr. Carolina, Tuffy Cushy, who still want to keep the negative light. I'm so sick and tired of all of you latent homosexuals. I just am. I really am. Including you, Hassan Campbell. I'm just tired of all of you. Go find an eggplant and find a way to be happy. Put some sauce on it. Oh, for all of the sausage fucking, you know, yeah, no, we got all these people in here. Don't nobody know how to hit the like, double tap the screen. It's some mobile upload. Dipped in baby oil. You know, it's just interesting. We need 400 more likes. Like, for real. It's just interesting. If that's what she was willing to do to her own daughter, what do you think she was willing to do to any other artists that have signed to that label? She used company resources. This is a RICO. And you know what will make it a RICO real fast and easy? Oh, Rocky Abomination. If there are other people who have experienced the exact same things as this young woman at the exact same hands, the exact same tactics that they used to try to destroy this young woman's life and family, marriage. You know what I found most interesting though was her place of employment. One of them, she was forced to lose out on a lot of job opportunities, lose a lot of money. I know what that's like. Financial abuse, tortious interference. Dangle a carrot in front of you, make you work too hard for it, and then, oops, this is what we want for it. It's amazing. people get away with right in front of people's faces. But see, I'm probably Rock Nation's greatest enemy publicly. How in God's name did the same things happen to that girl that happened to me? Hmm? I mean, worse happened to me. A lot worse. I didn't see her get hog-tied and body slammed on camera. See, that happened to me. But see, I'm not family, right? With family like these people, you'll beg for enemies. You'll beg for enemies. And I get it. I know what it's like to have everybody around you bought and paid off. Yeah, there's lots more people out there, but I am one of them. They cloned a cell phone. It was pinging out of Rock Nation's offices. You know, that just sounds stupid for someone that's just openly committing that. Five, really? Come on, we could use at least 300 more likes. See, you would think she would have done better with covering her tracks. The reason why she didn't, the reason why Desiree Perez did not cover her tracks is because she knew she didn't have to. I want you to look at this wicked witch of the industry. I want you to look at this hoe. We're going to talk about this honestly. As soon as she had that beautiful young woman, she was already facing a bid. She was a drug transporter, a Deore, illegal pharmaceutical transporter. See, that was more important to her than being with her daughter. She the definition of an unfit. Definition. But she did a kind thing, though. She did her daughter a kindness. She left her daughter with her parents, and her parents raised her and loved her and took care of her as their own. They raised her just like they raised us, ungrateful. And then after she got herself in a hitch and she was left with no choice but to become a CI for the government, then all of a sudden she's a crusader, right? She's taking down the cartels. She's doing this. She did none such a thing. She made deals. She made herself a powerful asset. That's what she did. And when you become that kind of asset for the government shows you kindnesses, all depending on who's in office. She had a lot of ties to the Abomination administration. She was on record as a government CI. So we already know she has no loyalty. She was a professional snitch after she got pinched. What an exciting life. And she left her daughter behind so she could go play cops and robbers. Or should I say robbers and cops? I have no doubt in my mind at this point that her and Mr. Carter were placed together. I have no doubt in my mind that she's probably really the boss of Rock Nation. And he ain't nothing but the face, just like he was at Def Jam. Just like he was at Rockefeller. You know, I'll never forget when they sold Rockefeller. The money that came from the Rockefeller sale made it possible for him to be able to start Rock Nation, start buying basketball teams and move on, create title and all of that. What was it? 100 million? 105 million? Rockefeller was sold for? To a company called Iconic. There was talk on the Hill about 4 years ago about the sale of Rock Nation. I mean, well, the sale of Rockefeller being investigated to make sure that it was an above board sale. You know, public company buying a criminal enterprise, or at least a company built on criminal activity. That's not a good sale. Well, apparently or allegedly, at this point in time, I believe Iconics is a subsidiary of the Nike organization. It's funny. They were having so many money problems. At least that's what they told Deore. They were struggling. And yet they were able to double her salary and give her a raise, and then all this weird stuff went on. She's sitting there doing what was supposed to be interviews and orientations, and really what it was someone that her mother put there to talk to her, ask her personal questions, get inside her head, figure out if her marriage was okay, all kinds of crazy. Y'all need to look at the findings in that. I'm 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 gonna grab the docs. We're gonna walk through it because I'm gonna show y'all how the whole gaslighting a person into becoming your slave works. If she can do that to her own daughter, imagine what she would do to any of those Akata artists. Someone did ask a good question. If she feels that way about her son-in-law, how does she feel about her business partner, Sean Carter? But then again, if they were all put together and this was a business arrangement and allegedly it was all put together by the government, she wouldn't need to. He knows his place and she knows hers. It's funny when you talk to people on the low, when you ask them about Rock Nation, they're more afraid of her than they are of him. That would suggest that maybe it's because she's been the one really running things. It kind of makes me think about her little speech that she gave about Kendrick Lamar trying to do some PR, trying to smooth it over because everyone was still so upset that they decided to pass over Lil Wayne. And she came down there to tell those good old country folks that Kendrick Lamar was going to be bringing what excellence and culture and this and that and whoopty whoopty woo. It's funny. Now that we know how you really feel about black people, speech is looking a little strange. It's funny. Her daughter worked at Iconic. when all that weird stuff was going on. How funny is that? What a coincidence. That's what they do. Send you jobs, send you people, send you lovers. What kind of mother put secret cameras in her own door? We could use 200 more likes, people. Come on, just double tap the screen. What kind of mother puts cameras in her daughter's marital bedroom? That ain't irony. That's called a setup. Ain't no coincidence. It's called a setup. This is exactly how in depth these people are willing to go to work their agenda. See cameras inside her daughter's bedroom, watching her make love to her husband, telling her son-in-law, I seen everything you done with my daughter. You don't leave her alone, you're gonna end up unalived. Like, what kind of sick cunt do you gotta be to create any kind of justification in your mind? She was putting her daughter in a mental institution. She's the insane person. And guess what? Every time she got popped in Florida, they turned the other cheek and they let her walk away. She set her black son-in-law up to be jailed, charged with crimes, arrested publicly to embarrass him, put him through court, hired lawyers pretending that they worked for her daughter when they really worked for her. She did all of this to a black man, her son-in-law. You don't think she got the juice to orchestrate what happened to Tory Lanez? Hmm. Like any chick that'll sit around and watch her own daughter have sex on camera. It's one thing to accidentally walk into a room, but to plant a camera there just specifically so you can watch, like you a sicko. Yeah, just like Kardashian. Because like Ray J told us, I don't know, maybe he was lying. Because he was definitely lying about Suge. That's a fact. Ooh, he was lying about Suge. It's just kind of sad. Because Rayford's like about 40 now, ain't he? Ain't Rayford pushing 40? Rayford pushing 40, ain't he? And all he got is I know you are, but what am I? Like he went online and did a whole Pee Wee Herman. Like he literally, like he straight, he Pee Weed out on us. Oh, Suge, I know you are, but what am I? I know you are, but what am I? Parquet butter sticks. That's all you had. I'm officially changing Rayford's name to Ray Lando. He is Ray Lando Brown. Yo, Ray Lando. Ray Lando. Mm-mm-mm. Do it all for the hundo. You a cheapo, yo. Ray Lando putting it down for the hundo. Ooh, should have let that thing hanging out the window. What do I know? Oh my God. Yo, that's Ray Lando now. I'm telling you. That's it. 2025. Ray Lando Brown, G. He a straight clown hoe. Parquet butter? Parquet butter. That's the best you had. I know you are, but what am I? I know you are, but what am I? Freak. Just be the Diddyite that you are. Claim your man. Love on him. At this time when he losing all these friends. Yes, Raylando Brown 2025. Somebody need to come get Brandy. You need them people that came to get they came to get her daughter. They need to go get Raylando. Because that boy is ill. You hear me? That boy's sick. He's not well. We need to start talking about Raylando like they be talking about Kanye G. Ooh, Raylando. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Man. Yeah, but the Raylando said that Chris Jenner was filming him and Kim. It's just these people are insane. And yet they put sane people in the hospital. These people are insane. Every last devil loving one of them. They are insane. There is no justification that a parent could come up with to do something this diabolical to your own flesh and blood. Mm. 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 She has a beautiful daughter. Daughter's actually more beautiful than she is. I guess her father was gorgeous. Because that's one hard face ass bitch. No disrespect. As much as I love the late and great and brilliant Frida Kahlo, Desiree Perez looking a little callow. She looking little. I wish somebody would strap her ass to a bed and just make her play with paint. You know, ah, Daddy had to be fine. Daddy had to be fine. Welcome to Jag Nation, Cassandra. I'm saying, had to be. Because you can see the slight resemblance. Yeah, she looking callow. She looking callow, not callid. Because you can't see Khaled's neck, even though I'm sure it moves much faster than hers. You can see this person's neck. Callow. And you can tell. She's got a waxer to get rid of that unibrow. You can tell. You can see it from the side. It's cut too tight. She probably break a razor. And I don't think threading would do. Yeah, that's wax. Rip and pull. Take a deep breath in. You know, that's Callow. And Frida Kahlo was a beautiful soul, a beautiful spirit, amazing artist, and a brilliant humanitarian and philanthropist. But she was not a looker. She was not. She was not, still cuter than Mickey Obama, but she wasn't that kind of girl. And that's what this is giving. It's giving Callow. I just want to know, how do we get this hoe strapped down to a bed for the rest of her life and just like let her play with an etch a sketch? Straight trap. I mean, it would only be fair. considering it would be her karma. I mean, she likes detaining people unlawfully against their will. Wouldn't it be fair for her to experience the same? I think it would be hella fair. And then we can get Ray Lando to come over there and he can service her. You know, he's the serviceman. Oh boy. Lauren, I'm sorry. Sorry. You know, I wonder when she looks at her beautiful daughter, what does she really think about? Or maybe she's mad that she's just not as beautiful as her beautiful daughter. You know, there's women out there like that. Get mad that their daughter comes out looking better than them and they torture them their whole life. Or comes out smarter than them, torture them, more talented than them. You know, I don't know why people think that mothers are monsters. Just because you're able to bring life into the world does not mean you're able to have the capacity to truly care for it. Just because you buy gifts at Christmas and you keep pictures on your phone does not mean you know how to console someone through their darkest moment and propel them and inspire them to their brightest day. Like that's what being a good mom really is all about. I'm angry for her. This woman practically abandoned you to go run off and play bad guys and telenovela. This whole ran off to be a whole Mexican soap opera. And she left this beautiful girl behind. And then when you show back up like like a like you're on Nazi patrol, head of the plantation. Like, are you kidding me? We need 300 more likes, folks. We really do. And then you want to come back. Yeah, she left that beautiful girl behind so she could go and play telenovela. Goofy bitch. And then you want to come back calling shots and telling people to do things, huh? You want to come back moving people around. So you cozy yourself up in a job that has done nothing but bring destruction to a people that apparently you don't think are good enough to marry your daughter. Yo, I just want to know. I want to know. I want to know. Whoa, I don't feel like singing. Whoa, whoa, yeah, that's all you getting. That's it. That's all I got tonight. I'm too emotionally drained. Thank you, Carla. How many of you Rock Nation people are gonna come out and speak against this? Hmm? When y'all went after Diddy, a bunch of people came out and had some stuff to say. Yeah, when y'all gonna start saying something about the Rock Nation CEO? I mean, we know you don't want to talk about Tory. We know you don't want to talk about another real. We know you don't want to talk about the Rico. We know you don't want to talk about the Diddy trial. We know you don't want to talk about Kathy. We know you don't want to talk about Kid Cudi's car. We know you don't want to talk about autistic victims who get bullied. We know you don't want to talk about any of that. You want to talk about this? You know what? You know who should really have something to say about this heifer right here? Rhapsody. How about rather than Rhapsody having bars for academic, how about you have some for Desiree Perez? Come on, show a little chutzpah. Show a little, show us some cajones, some huevos. You know, you like picking fights lyrically. Rhapsody, you be the first Rock Nation artist to have something to say about Desiree Perez. We know Meg ain't gonna say nothing. Meg can barely get the Jigga Man to return her phone call. Welcome to Diddy's world, bitch. Welcome to the Diddy world. Welcome to the Diddy sphere. No more brunch, no more lunch. Ooh, you did all that. You did all that. And now this is happening. They're really not going to be concerned about you, Mega Man. Like, I just want you to know that from me to you, you're fucked. Because she's going to be worried about saving her own ass. She sure as hell ain't going to be worried about saving your black ass. I mean, words out of her own mouth, you know. We all like kata. And you thought the chicken man was the boss. This your boss. This your boss. Not Frida Kahlo. This your boss. The Wicked Witch of Sinaloa. The Whore of Guadalajara. Look, look, look. She about to. Things are about to start getting rocky for those for Mega Man, boy, because they're not gonna be worried about you. They can cancel you tomorrow and then find 20 more bitches just like you. Better. They had to put some work into you. They could find something that's already calibrated and recarbureted and tuned up and younger. You starting to get old, bitch. That's Guadalajara. I'm just curious which Rock Nation artist is gonna have something to say about this racist who you're signed to, who the Jigga Man convinced you to sign to. I'm just trying to figure it out. Because if she can do all of the things that she did, this beautiful woman who she gave birth to, it's a child. What you think she gonna do to you heifers? Or maybe that's why some of y'all did some of the things that you did because you knew what she was capable of. Well, don't matter now. Screwed is screwed. She used the Rock Nation tech team to clone her daughter's phone so she could spy on everything she said and everything she texts and whatever she was watching. Sounds like that Rock Nation tech team probably has some former military, former government employees. Hey, Auntie Leah, salute. I mean, this is all sounding real CIA-ish. Uh, putting cameras in your daughter's marital bedroom so you can watch her have sex with a husband that you hate because of his color. Racist. I wonder what you tell all of your black signees. Hey, Auntie Leah. Yeah, going over Deore Hadley's cases made it hard for me to sleep tonight. I had to get some stuff off my chest. We need 200 more likes. Y'all tripping tonight, G. I ain't gonna be here all night. We better get the 500 likes fast. I know that. We 60 off. Just a double tap. Crying out loud. What do we gotta do? Lie to a bunch of doctors and cops and have you thrown into a hospital? Oh my goodness. Trust me, that's my pain laughing. I don't find it amusing. Mm. Tell you what though. What was it, late September, early October? 2024. I sat there in that mobile unit. Oh, I know they watching. Watching me, watching me, watching me, watching me, watching me. They've been doing that. I sat there and I told the truth about the Carters and Rock Nation. A lot has happened since this interview, and it ain't even been a year. I sat there and I told the truth about Rock Nation. I told the truth about the Carters. And a phone call was made. Parts of what I had to say were redacted, and an apology was made, right? Rock Nation's behind it. This is what the CEO of Rock Nation has done. You're very cowardly. You know, but he's the cowardly lion anyway. Huh. I sat there and I told the truth, and he tried to make me look like a liar. And now Desiree Perez is on Front Street, and there's whole in-depth documents. Has she done the very things I described? You know, I be trying to spare the public. Come on, man. We can use 100 more likes. I be trying to spare the public. Like when I say things, I say what it is, but I don't get into the salaciousness. I don't do too much. It's funny, people always accuse me of doing too much, but I don't do too much. I know how traumatizing this crap is. It's traumatizing for me. I ain't trying to, you know. And then a little bit of stuff I say, it traumatizes everybody, right? Oh, it's trauma. Oh my God, this is what you say. Oh, it's crazy. Oh my God, this is too much. Oh my God. And then boom, next thing you know, people start getting on stands with microphones in front of their face and they start saying in detail the very things I have already said. Fuck you mean? Yes, thank you. All right. Let's take a little posy, shall we? Put a one in the chat if you think Pierce Morgan owes me an apology. Put a two in the chat if you think, whatever. Mm. I love it when I get the humming, warming up my throat, but I don't need to warm it up too much. I'm warm. I take my ass to bed. Just a second. His apology wouldn't mean shit. That doesn't mean he shouldn't do it. Hey, Michael. That's right. Get those likes up, folks. Michael be coming in swinging. We should have been at 500. It is the principle. It's funny. I sit tight and I wait, and then the truth comes to light with time and reality. And people just like to bite their lip. They'd rather bite their tongue off than say Jag was right. Like, you gotta imagine what kind of head trip that is for me. But the truth is I don't need anybody to tell me that I was right. Just admit you was wrong. Thanks for the 500 likes, by the way. Just admit you were wrong. I would rather that than an apology. I would rather that. I think it's fair to say he's an out. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you, Emra. Hmm. That's it. I just wish they would all admit that they were wrong. But humanity is too stubborn, egotistical, and narcissistic. So I've had to grow, comfortable with just being disappointed. But at the end of the day is gonna end. Oh no. But for real, brass tacks. Yeah, Pierce Morgan's sensitive, definitely sensitive. Mm. There's a lot of messed up stuff going on out in the world. Pray for a victim, pray for a survivor. We're going to be getting more into depth with this because there are some aspects of some of the things that I've heard that, yes, please say all of their names. Anybody who cannot accept that these are criminal organizations who have been fronting entertainment to cover their illegal doings. Thank you, Revelation. Yes, I know Nico passed away. I've really been trying not to say anything too much about it. Yes, please pray for Deore Hadley because just listening to her, it's 11:11 there. Just listening to her, the details of her case, and after everything that I've been through, I'm sure she's triggered. I'm sure she has now developed PTSD because of what her mother has done to her. To be held against your will, unlawfully, all of these things happen to you. In order to force medication on you, like all of this stuff was done by, like all this stuff was orchestrated by her mom. She's most definitely gonna have PTSD. Can you imagine what a head trip this is? She gives birth to you, runs out on you. You don't see her until you're damn near grown. You've already met the love of your life. You've been with this boy since high school. You're married. You're happy. You got all this going on. And then this bitch that you don't know just shows up and starts making your life a living hell. This fucking unibrow ass fucking bitch just shows up making your life a living hell. I want to tell you how to live your life when she wasn't even there to raise you in the way that she should have been. She did put her parents in place, and that was a good thing. But you don't get to be gone forever and then come back and play God over somebody's life because you making money now, and the government say you're not a scumbag no more. Once was, always is. Let's be real. You are who you are. But to do this to your daughter, to do ain't no way she don't got PTSD or her husband either. He is now a black man in America that has been falsely arrested and falsely accused of doing and being something that he's never been, that he simply is not, by the hands of somebody that is not his color, who's his mother-in-law, and was able to get the police, the very white Peckerwood police, to arrest him. Y'all don't think he gonna have a little PTSD? Y'all don't think so? There is no way in hell this couple isn't going to be experiencing long-term effects. All right, Yvonne. We all about to hit the hay. Well, at least I am. Uh, How do you have so much in common with someone you've never met? How do the same things that's happened to someone you've never met happen to you? And I know it's by the same people. Free Tory Lanes. Um, hashtag free Tory. Put Mega Man in timeout with bad lighting and a real frisky cellmate. Maybe that cellmate can be Chelsea. I wonder how they'll fare out fighting without Pow Pows involved. You know, I'm just sick and tired of seeing piece of shit scumbags get away with everything and never have to answer for what they've done to good people. If Rock Nation is capable of doing something like this to their own flesh and blood fame, what do you think they'll do to the artists that don't cooperate or that they need to use? Huh. Yes, say all their names. Justice for Tory. Justice for Deore. Justice for Jaguar Wright. Because just like they put fake cases on her husband, they put fake cases on me. That has to change. Emerald, that has to change. I'm sick and tired of people calling me liar because I'm smart enough to tell the truth early. I must tell the truth. Oof. Yes, justice for Eric Carter. Oh, God is most definitely with us. Justice for Kim Porter. Justice for Christopher Wallace. Justice for Tupac Shakur. Justice for Nipsey Hussle. Justice for Prince, Michael Jackson. Justice for Bernie Mac. Justice for Aaliyah. Justice for Left Eye. Lisa Lopez. Shit, at this point, justice for Wendy Williams. Yes. Yes, for Quinn, for Whitney. Yes. The list is so long. Justice for Takeoff. Justice for Janis Joplin. Justice for Donny Hathaway, in my opinion. The only one who could help reach me. Was a son of a preacher man. Oh, Hype Williams definitely needs to be subpoenaed at some point. Justice for Sam Cooke. Justice for Ramir. That's interesting. I can't remember the last time I've ever seen a lightning bolt look that way. That was odd. No sound. Justice for Giovanni Wright. Justice for Luther Vandross. Triple X Stacey. The list. Justice for Lamont Coleman. Justice for Mo 3 and happy belated birthday, Mo 3. Justice for Twitch. Jesus. At this point, justice for Brittany Murphy, for Britney Spears, for all the Britney. I lie to you not. 3 lightning bolts just happened right in front of me. There it is again. It's just a flash. Marilyn Monroe, Justin, Angie Stone. I hate the fact that there's so many names. Justice for Yeshua. Yeah, that's funny because he's the salvation. We've been having a lot of solar flares. They're not talking about that. They're not talking about a lot of things that are happening. Wow. Like somebody accidentally turned on the light and then turned it right back off. 4 times, right there, same place. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Brittany's husband too. No sound. Have you noticed? You see, it just happened again. Have you noticed every time they went on tour, someone died? Yeah, I know. Yeah. She needs to stop doing everything. Maybe that's God telling me I need to log off and go pray. I don't know. That's wild. That was like 5 lightning. Mac Miller too, in my opinion. You saw the light on me? Allegedly. God's pissed. But we already know what it is. He said no. It just happened again. No sound. Nothing. Still. I think God's trying to tell me something. Yeah, no thunder, just lightning, just flash, same space, same place. It's happened 6 times now. It just happened again. That's 7 times. Hey, learning fun. Are aliens and underground cities real? Yeah. I tell you one thing right now. If what's coming out, if there's something coming out of that lightning that moves, like on feet and hands and stuff, like we finna scrap. It just happened again. See, like this is wild. What are they unloading the spaceship? I don't know. Let them come through here. We scrapping. We gonna squabble up. I promise you. I don't care what I don't care what species you are. I'm gonna kick you in the nuts and I'm gonna sock you in the mouth. And if I don't get it right the first time, I'm gonna hit until I find it. That's just that. Heat lightning, we have that here in the Blue Ridge Mountains. See, I'm in the mountains. But for it to keep happening in the exact same spot every time, yeah, I don't care what it is. I'm going down swinging. Except for the police. I let them beat me up. I always let the cops beat me up because if I hit them, it's going to feel good in that moment, but they're going to add them charge. And then they're going to add another charge and add another charge and add another charge and add another charge. So I just take it. I let the popo, I let them have their fun with me. I don't resist. But I promise you this, when them badges ain't worth nothing but cutting up another line of two, see, I'm gonna tell you something right now. We gonna dance. Yeah. Oh, geoengineering harp. I don't know. But I know it done calm down. Like it's been a couple minutes. It hasn't happened. Yeah, we gonna dance. Every last one of them Peckerwoods. Second that badge don't mean shit. That's your fucking ass, bitch. And that's a promise. That's a motherfucking promise. I don't give no shit what nobody say. I don't care if anybody want to say, oh, Jag, don't say that. They're listening. I hope they are. The second that the time of lawlessness comes and all of y'all badges ain't shit, your ass is mine, Peckerwood. Promise you. And I ain't taking that back. I mean it. Hmm. They better hope I don't find me a good stretch of land where I get to roll out. Ooh, with a bow and arrow. Ass is the easiest person to shoot a human being with a bow and arrow on the move. Oh, but see, it just happened again. Same plate. Aim for the ass. Just like they did with Suge Knight when they shot him down in when we was in Miami for the VMA. And they shot him in the ass. Sure enough, right there in Nobu. You know, all the stuff he talking about from the past, he ain't talking about that. That's when I knew it was over for Suge. Because they shot him in the ass. Big ass man like that. You gonna shoot him in the ass. And have him being carried out on his stomach like a 2-year-old. I watched it when they rolled him right back. Lobar pneumonia with severe anemia. I'm telling you, I was there. I was there when they shot Suge in the ass. Mhm. I was like, yep. And everybody was laughing. They were so happy. I said it all the time. My story has never changed. I'm dead ass serious. I never saw that many people happy that somebody got shot and shot in the ass. They are. I got one of those in the corner right now, 68 pounds. Listen to me. That bow and arrow. Hmm. Man, I miss my crossbow. Oh, I miss my crossbow. I can't wait. Peckerwood Delight. I can't wait. What do you mean? How did they lose it? It's real easy. Somebody was like, get rid of this. Yes, with Paris Hilton running at the tabloids. I lie to you not. I couldn't believe it. I'm sitting there cussing this bitch out, like really thinking, like I might need to punch her in the mouth. Like I was really thinking. I was being as disrespectful as I possibly could as to call me a cop. But it was pop pop. You heard about it. And she she literally stopped, looked in the mirror in the bathroom there at the Nobu before you walked out to the corridor, the main corridor to take you out to the street. You know, man, this bitch looked in the mirror, messed up her hair, checked her profile and shit, made sure that she was horror movie camera ready, and then screamed. Like, I'm like, these people are different, G. Like the shots go off if you're going to have a reaction. Like, if anything, you should freeze and then scream or say something and then check about yourself. Not this goofy old, not old a night in Paris. Oof, hell no. Hell no. Yeah, she went to the white party. You know she down. Listen to me. The Hiltons was the Kardashians before the Kardashians jacked the Hiltons whole swag. G. Kathy's still waiting. She's still waiting for Chris to get sat down so she can be the you know be all she can be in the Hollywood army. I'm dead ass serious. There it goes again in the same damn place. Yeah, I'm fixing to go inside. This shaking weird. I don't know. Maybe I should have nightmares tonight. Maybe I should order some bad late night takeout. I'll probably be asleep by the time I get here, but it will be here for breakfast. Hindi mythology, phenomena of God crying out protection. Mm. Maybe I just need to let that be what it is and accept that as you said it. Mm. We are at war. Thank you, Olivia. Order pancakes. I haven't had pancakes in so long. I've been staying away from carbs. I haven't been exercising the way I'm supposed to, but mm, it finally moved from there to there. Just moved. Maybe that means it's time for me to move. Well, I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna have. I don't know. Gluten free is a game changer, though. I don't know if I can find any place that's open this time of the night that delivers smoothies, even though a smoothie sounds good. I just don't feel like cooking. No. I got a lovely piece of salmon. I don't feel like cooking. Oh, late night seafood, crab legs at night. That sounds good. Ooh, wait till Uber Eats changes into Waymo Eats and a driverless car pulls up and a little robot pops out of the back and brings it to you, not even a person no more. No, we ain't got no Wawas out west. I wish we did. If we had a Wawa, I could even settle. Ooh, Waffle House. Ooh, do we got a Waffle House close by? Yeah, I haven't had a Waffle House in quite some time. Yeah, or the drones dropping deliveries. But see, that I trust even less. I trust even less. You know, that's how them illegal pharmaceutical peoples was getting stuff over the borders for a while. They was bringing it on them drones. They're using the driverless cars for delivering food now. Are you serious? I hear you, God. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done with the technocracy. I'm done with record labels. I'm done with Hollywood. I'm done. So no, I wanted to get that off my chest because it was I needed to get it off my chest. The first Sophia was named Robot. I mean, the first robot was named Sophia. See, that's how you know I'm getting late night. My dyslexia is kicking all the way in. I'm saying my sentences backwards. Miss Sweets, Jaguar, I can't thank you enough for speaking your truth. These demons need exposing, and you and Kat are the only ones. I shall. Thank you for that, dear. Well, on behalf of every survivor, I want to thank you guys for sticking in the fight with us. I want to thank you guys for praying for us, for praying with us. I want to thank you guys for caring. You know, when you listen to her story and when you hear the stories that I've told you about my life, and I'm going to be sharing things when we do a full live about this. You guys, you're just as important in this whole thing because the bad guys know everything that we know and they know it's true, but they fight so hard to hide it and to keep it from all of you. And every time you defy them by listening, every time you defy them by taking the time to do your own research and say, hey, they're not lying. This is awful. See, that's the big win for God. Yeah, why, Jonathan? Hmm, honey, it's about to get crazier. Pray for a victim, pray for a survivor, pray for one, pray for all. Thank you, thank you, thank all of you. It makes a difference, whether you know it or not. It really does. My name is Jaguar Wright. This is the Jaguar Wright Effect. In the middle of a light show, in the middle of in the wee hours. I'll see you guys soon. But if you really think that Pierce Morgan owes me an apology, get over to Set in the West. Make sure you set your notifications because he's doing a live about it. Setting West is doing a live about whether or not Pierce Morgan owes me an apology. I suggest you get over there. Actually, Auntie Leah, because you dropped Setting the West link in the chat. So for anybody who doesn't know about it, they're going to be doing a live over there on the set. And they're going to be having the conversation about whether or not Pierce Morgan actually owes me an apology. So it would be great if we could pin that in the chat before I shut down. So it's here. But yeah, if you have any thoughts or feelings about that topic, that would be the place to go and air it out, or go over there and get your opinion. The trolls be over there. Y'all go over there, you know. Aren't the mods amazing? And so are their channels. Auntie Leah has a big live tomorrow too, for Hip Hop is a Graveyard. You know, her vision for this conversation, and we're really enjoying it. I know everyone in the community is also enjoying it. But you're doing Shakir Stewart tomorrow, and I'm gonna do my best to hang in there. But I remember when that whole thing happened. Um, I remember when Chris Lighty passed away too, and I always thought Diddy did it, both of them. That was just my opinion. But I could tell his funeral, it was set up as a ritual because it was important enough for Moni Love to skip my cousin's funeral. To see, my cousin and Chris Lighty died around the same time. My cousin Sonny. It'll be 13 years this year since we lost Sonny. But apparently, it was very important that Moni Love be at Chris Lighty's funeral and never show up to my cousin's, who was one of the godmothers to her children. I hated that. I couldn't believe Moni didn't come, not after everything Sonny had done for her. I couldn't believe it. Jack, I had to go. I had to go. You know, it wasn't just a funeral, it was business. Yeah, I bet it was. Fuck your business. You should have been there for Sonny. You ungrateful bitch. Oh, she did more shit for your babies than your baby's daddy did. And when you needed it. But I don't know. I guess your Schluminati renewal plan. I ain't never snapped on nobody that didn't deserve it or have it coming. It's funny. This backdrop picture of Deore, it almost reminds me of the Mona Lisa a little bit. Shakir Stewart's story is going to be being discussed tomorrow at Auntie Leah's channel, Kicking It with Auntie Leah. And does Pierce Morgan owe Jaguar Wright an apology? That's going to be happening over at Set in the West. Our community, we keep enough going. Tap in. Make sure you hit links to all of our people's channels because they rocking on the right time and on the right side of history. And that's what we want to do. We want to engage ourselves in content that is bringing something into our lives rather than just sucking up all the energy in the room. Nothing real actually coming from it, you know? See, that was a yawn and a lightning bolt. All right, guys. Well, we've been here almost 2 hours. I wasn't expecting to be here that long. Good night, everyone. I sent you. Mm, oh, okay. Thank you, dear. Yeah, Boss Baby Morgan and his very urban content. Yet he asks people to say the N word. Like, what's up with all of these people that are not us? Like, just rocking with that. Like, it's crazy. But yeah, anyway, don't forget our brother, Archangel Michael. Like, don't forget Temper. Don't forget Nick's Mountain Gold. Yeah, the family. And Jay Mizak. Don't forget Jay Mizak. Don't forget Ayasha Lashebe, Natural One, our head mod. And our head mod going over 3 years now. And yeah, Jaguar Country, baby. But just remember, these are more than stories, these are people. Just like me. People. You cannot imagine the amount of stress and toll that it puts on a person to deal with these kinds of gaslighting, and cyberbullying and terroristic, stuff. It takes its toll. Defender of freedom at your service. Mm. I wish her story didn't trigger me so much, but it did. Because every time I tried to focus on the document, it just kept bringing up memories of what I've been through. Yeah. It's been interesting. It does. You got to find another gear to survive these things. You have to find another place to stand. To hold on to your sanity. Because, see, what they want you to do is they want you to snap under all the pressure. So the next time they get you to the hospital, they can make it stick. It's so intentional. Actually, terrible. Thank you, Auntie Lee. All right, well, we'll see you at the set. We'll see you at Auntie Lee's porch. Yeah, Jag Nation, baby. Yeah, you're crazy if you disagree with me. Hmm, hmm. Yeah, that part. Okay, guys. Leroy, Kat, Alina, and welcome to the full on family. Lovely work. Truth only, Auntie Leah, Michael, like everybody. Like, we're a members only family here. And if you want to participate in the chat, just get your memberships going, Emerald, Revelation, like we have such a great members family, truth only, like, and this is how we like it. We like it us. But we like when new people come. We like that we're growing. We're looking to get this to 1,000 member platform this year, to make sure that the community is great. A lot of the reason why a lot of people don't do members only live is because it kills the engagement on their channels, which kills their money. But as we grow, we're creating our own engagement. So we really don't need outsiders in the chat. If you want to be a part of the chat, just become a member. You can do it on an Android still. You can do it on your desktop at home. But yeah, we love our community here. And I promise you, once you become a part of us, you'll love it here too. Yes, we're going and we're growing. Yeah. Mm. Good night, guys. See you in the rising. I want her to be the last thing y'all see. It has been a lot of sadness, but we find our joy in God. What all the craziness in this world should teach us is we don't need no more what they got, but we need everything that God got to give. Like real rap. These people are nuts. Running around looking at your kids, having sex with their spouses, trying to put kids like how does she have this much time to stalk her daughter? It wasn't there like a corporation to run? Who's running Rock Nation? The Jigger Man is in hiding. Baby running around in the skivvies. Desiree stalking the door. Who's running the label? Future? Like who? Who's running the label? I don't know. Because all the administration is out here wilding. I hope it ain't Tata. I hope it ain't Tata. I'll tell you that. Lord have mercy. All right.